What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikaPikaPaPa, and listen, we are always talking about booster boxes, elite trainer boxes, booster packs, all kinds of awesome stuff like that here on this channel, where I was doing some research the other day and I saw some really cool other sealed products that have given us awesome rates of return over time. Now I'm talking about some of these ultra premium collection boxes and premium collection boxes and GX boxes and the like. You know, there's some great stuff out there that sometimes flies under the radar a bit. And as I was looking at it, I saw a lot of similarities to a ton of products that are readily available right now in the Scarlet and Violet era. You can get them at MSRP, but a lot of these you can buy at a discount to MSRP on eBay or other buying and selling platforms right now. And when you think about it, even though these older products that we look at, listen, we all understand it was a different time, it was a different era, right? It's really hard to say that these are like for like comparisons because the supply and demand side was so different back then. But guess what? Even though we're going through a small correction right now in the Pokemon space, the Pokemon hobby is incredibly strong. We look at tons of data on this channel. We understand that there's still a lot of interest in the hobby. Markets go up, markets go down, but guess what? Over the long run, if you have a 5, 10, 15-year investing horizon, I think a lot of these products will serve you and me really well in the long run. And it's also just really cool to do this comparison. I had a ton of fun putting this video together, and I think it's really cool to look at the new boxes versus the old ones. So with all that being said, we do fun stuff like this all the time here on the PikaPikaPaPa channel. So if that kind of stuff revs your engine, hit that subscribe button. We have an amazing community. We'd love for you to be a part of it. Questions or comments, drop them down below. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Those 3 small things go a really long way in helping my small channel out, and I really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get into the first box on this list. It's the Heavy Hitters collection from Sam's Club, right? Everybody's talking about it. This is version 2. So the first version had the Evolving Skies, it had the Astral Radiance, it had Brilliant Stars in it, right? Which I think is, you know, I'm a big fan of Brilliant Stars. It also had Fusion Strike in it. I'm a big fan of Fusion Strike. In this version 2, they have Chilling Rain and Silver Tempest in there. Guess what? Not a bad thing. I still think those sets are going to do really well in the long run. And let's be honest, we're buying this amazing box packed with 14 different booster packs in it for $40 right now from Sam's Club. So even though the other packs, whatever it is, you're still getting 2 Evolving Skies, you're getting 14 total packs. Yeah, the promos are blah, but I still think that it is hard to beat this value out there. Now, speaking of hard to beat, it was also really hard for me to find a box to compare this to, which wasn't just absolutely out of this world, but I think I did a pretty good job when I look at this right here in the Gar Sidekicks. Now, you get 11 packs. The thing about the Gar Sidekicks is there's a big diversity, but when you look at it, there's not a lot of really heavy hitting packs in there that I would compare to Evolving Skies. You get Crimson Invasion, Vivid Voltage, Sun and Moon, Celestial Storm's really solid. Then you get Rebel Clash, Burning Shadow, Steam Siege, Womp Womp, Sword and Shield Base, and Darkness Ablaze. Yeah, you get some keychains in there, but none of us are buying this for the keychains, right? We're buying this for the packs. The promo cards are the same thing, kind of blah. And this one started off at an MSRP of $60. So listen, the MSRP on this box was higher in the beginning than you can buy the Sam's Heavy Hitters box for right now. I pulled up my Sam's app right before I shot this video, and it is showing $39.99, and they do delivery. They will deliver this to my house. So I think this is a fantastic box. I think it will outperform the Gar Sidekicks right there, right? Because guess what? It's got Evo Skies in it. If it was me and I had to pick one product right now out of this entire list, this would be the one where I'm putting my money right now. Now, the next box that I really like, which might surprise some people, is this Evolving Powers Premium Collection box. Now, it doesn't have a lot of love out there. Like, there's not a lot of fanfare for it. You know, I think the MSRP is really high, but I didn't put the MSRP on here. I put $39.99 because you can buy this all day long at $39.99. Now, you get 7 packs in it. You get Paldea Evolved, which I think is an underrated set. You get Obsidian Flames, which, listen, at the end of the day, it's a Charizard set, so who knows how much value that's going to have in the long run, but you have a lot of safety in a Charizard set. And then you look back a little bit, right? You got some Astral Radiance, and Astral Radiance has some great cards in it. We still don't know what some of these late stage Sword and Shield sets will do. We got to give it probably, in my mind, another 2-3 years, but I think the lineup in this box is really, really cool. The other thing I want to call out is Gardevoir is a really popular Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon. Like, it is absolutely, it's a fan favorite, right? So having that, plus you have those 7 awesome packs in there, I think if you can get this well below MSRP, this has the opportunity to do really well in the long run. Now, what did I compare it to? Another one that was really the Incinerar GX box. I had so much fun pulling this list together, but Very similar to this, you get one less pack in that one. You have 6 packs versus the 7. You get 2 Guardian Rising, 1 Sun and Moon, and when you see that this thing is at an MSRP of $40 and it's all the way up to $100 more, I think it's because it's got that XY Evolutions pack in it, right? Like, I don't think that Astral Radiance is going to be able to compare to XY Evolutions, but you only get 1 Evolutions pack in here. You also get Steam Siege, you also get Breakthrough, so maybe the packs are a little bit better, but hey, again, think about the age of this Incineroar box. Like, when Evolving Powers gets to be the age of this Incineroar box, who knows where Obsidian Flames or Paldea Evolve is going to be? Heck, who knows where Astral Radiance is going to be? So again, both of these, I actually give the notch to the Evolving Powers from a promo perspective. I think I love that box, but I thought this was a cool comparison. And again, a box that started out at an MSRP of $40 is now at $100. Okay, very next one right here is the Zapdos EX box. Now, there's a lot of Scarlet and Violet 151 boxes out there. For comparison, and I didn't want to do the booster bundle. I felt like that's not really the box that I'm talking about in this video, so I didn't do the booster bundle, but I do have this Zapdos EX box. Now, I love it because you get 4 packs in here, right? Pokemon 151 is going to do amazing things in the long run, and Zapdos is a highly sought after Pokemon, right? Now, when every month I do the top graded Pokemon sets, or I do the top graded video every single month where we look at PSA and it shows us the top ranked sets and individual cards and individual Pokemon, and Zapdos is always one of the most graded Pokemon on that list. And that tells us there's a ton of fun fanfare for Zapdos, and there's a ton of interest in it. So that is why out of all the Scarlet and Violet 151 boxes, I picked this one. Now, what did it remind me of? Hidden Fates. So I think I'm doing a video coming up this week where we're going to be looking at Hidden Fates and how it performed, and we're going to compare it to Scarlet and Violet 151. And again, different era, hard to compare the two, but when you look at it right now from a singles price perspective, they're starting to kind of trend the same way. Now, this box right here was actually hard for me to find the MSRP for. I think the MSRP was at $20. Now it's at $80. I picked this one because it's got the Gyarados on it, and I think Gyarados and Zapdos is a really close comparison. Both of these have 4 packs in it, and listen, Hidden Fates was a solid set. 151 might be one of those, you know, not once in a lifetime, but, you know, once every 3 or 4 years sets that absolutely breaks the mold. So I thought this was a great comparison, and I love this Zapdos box. Now, the next one right here is the Unknown and Lugia V GameStop exclusive. Now, I tell you what, Crown Zenith is one of my favorite sets. Now, we all know that there's going to be more of it coming out at the end of the year, right? Pokemon has not kept anything under wraps. They said, we're going to be restocking the heck out of this. We want this to be a big driver come the holidays. So who knows where it's going to end up in the long run. Right now, the singles prices are still doing really, really well when you compare it to other specialty sets. You get 5 of the packs in here. Lugia is also a fan favorite. It is also a GameStop exclusive. So that tells me that we might have some amazing buying opportunities when Black Friday comes around. We all know that GameStop does some crazy deals, especially if you're a pro member like me. You can really bundle things together and pick up a bunch of these boxes for next to nothing. So what did I compare this one to? I threw it up against the Shining Legends Raichu GX box, right? Now, I think Shining Legends and Crown Zenith could follow the same path. You know, when I was looking at the individual card prices, Shining Legends doesn't have the most expensive cards in the world. Hidden Fates actually kicks Shining Legends to the curb all day long when it comes to that. But Shining Legends was a very, very solid set. Now, again, different time, different place, different rarity level. But I like the fact that both of these boxes had 5 packs in it. Shining Legends had some awesome art in it, right? Crown Zenith has some awesome art in it. I'd say Raichu and Lugia are very close to the same level of popularity. And this box started off at $30, and now it's selling all the way up for $135. Now, can Crown Zenith give us the same type of performance as Shining Legends? Only time will tell. We'll have to see how much product comes into the market. We'll have to see if the love and fanfare for Crown Zenith continues. But I do think that if Black Friday comes around and this box is available for a steal, you can do far worse than picking up a bunch of these and shoving them into the Poké Closet for the long term. Now, final one right here. How could I not have this box on the list? The Charizard EX Premium Collection box. I got a lot to say about this one. So there's 6 packs in it. All of these are focused on the beginning era for Scarlet and Violet, right? You get 2 Obsidian, 2 Paldea, 2 Scarlet and Violet base set. I do like the fact that it is a Black Star promo for that Charizard in there. I will say this, I'm not sure how many Charizards with crowns on it the hobby can handle. I'm about Charizard crowned out, to be honest. Not that I don't love the cardboard, not that I'm not hoping for them to do really well long term, but at the end of the day, it is really hard to find products that perform better from a sealed perspective than ones that have Charizard on it or Charizard in it. So this Charizard EX box is going to be absolute awesome in the long run, I think. What did I compare it to? Now, this is a bit of a stretch, but the Charizard GX Ultra Premium Collection. Now, this dropped almost, what was it, like 6 years to the date. So the Charizard GX Ultra Premium Collection dropped on 10/13. Obviously, this EX box dropped in October as well. You get 3 promos in it, just like you get 3 promos in the EX box, right? Both of them are the Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon. It had 6 packs as well. You get 2 Burning Shadows, 2 Guardian Rising, 1 Sun and Moon, and 1 Steam Siege. So when I'm talking about a pack quality perspective, I think these are very much on par with each other, simply because, you know, Steam Siege doesn't have a whole lot of oomph behind it, right? It's not everybody's favorite set. But then when you look at the promos, I do think this Charizard GX box absolutely has the edge when it comes to a promo. I think this promo in the GX box absolutely blows the EX box out of the water. I know it is incredibly hard to get in a high grade. If you get this thing and you open it up and you're lucky enough to get one graded in a PSA 10, you are in the money big time. And that is why we see this box go from $30 MSRP all the way up to $135 right now. But I will tell you this, these Charizard EX boxes, I think in the long run, as long as it doesn't end up being like a Lance's Charizard box, right, from Celebrations, where you can find it all over the place for the next 2 years, I still think this box is going to give us some good returns, especially since you all know that we're going to be able to get some deals on this in the future. And again, love me any kind of product that is sealed, got Charizard in it, got Charizard on it. I know that he's been waffling a little bit. Pikachu has taken over as the #1 graded Pokemon from him over the last 3 months, but the Fire Lizard isn't going anywhere, so I love products with him on it. So with all that being said, listen, these are the type of fun things that we do, a little outside the box thinking here on the PikaPikaPaPa channel. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up. Questions or comments, drop them down below. And listen, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet and you made it to the end, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as a member of this community. You all have an epic one, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.